Now, they've been talking about this new mandation for months that's going to require nursing homes to have an RN on staff at all times during work hours, which is 24 hours a day. This bill, I believe, was introduced by the Biden campaign, and it's going to require all long-term care facilities to have a registered nurse there at all times of the day, because they feel that the RNs are capable enough to handle emergency situations. So my question is, what does that say about the LPNs you have there? Are they not capable? Are they not competent? Let's talk about it.
But you can live pretty well by yourself.
What's good, everybody? My name is CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again, back with another video, and I got a good one for you today. We're going to deep dive more into this bill, or more into this mandate, if you will, that the Biden administration has put into place for long-term care facilities. But before we do that, I need you to hit the like button, hit the notification bell, so you don't miss any of the content that we got popping off over here. And it just lets me know that you feeling what I'm doing, and I appreciate that. Thank you in advance. Now, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I have a video for you today, and we're going to react to it. We're going to talk about what this could possibly mean for nursing home care facilities.
A new federal mandate has long-term care facility administrators worried. In 2026, the mandate will require a registered nurse to be on site 24/7 at Medicare and Medicaid certified long-term care facilities. Elizabeth Shores spoke with an RN who could be affected.
Medicaid and Medicare owned facilities. Now, I wonder if you do have some facilities that are strictly private pay, will the same rules apply to them? Maybe, maybe not. Because I do know when you have situations like that, they don't have to follow the same rules that the typical nursing home has to follow. So, something to keep an eye out for.
Every morning, RN Lisa Zahn starts her day by checking on the residents at Missouri Slope.
Take deep breaths.
She checks their vitals, changes wound dressings, and takes care of their medical needs.
Good, nice and clear.
One person she cares for is Jeanette Straub. Jeanette says Lisa feels like a friend. I asked Jeanette what makes a good nurse stand out from the rest.
Look at all the camera angles. You know, they probably got the most ANO times 4 patient, the patient that don't cause no problems up in there. They probably got her and say, hey, let's bring her up on camera so we can look good in front of the news real quick. Just taking the vitals, you passing her water. No chaos going on, none of that. No, what could possibly go wrong at the nursing home? You dig? We just make sure she good. Is she good? Is she up? Is she dressed? Oh, okay.
There's a lot of difference. They don't care, some of them.
How much time do you actually spend out here?
A lot.
Lisa started her career as a CNA at Missouri Slope about 15 years ago. Then she became an LPN and later an RN.
I fell in love with it like my first day. I remember thinking like, I can't believe I get paid to do this. Like, it's so...
Y'all see that? That's that point click care. I know that software anywhere. Shout out to point click care.
rewarding, and I just kept going and got my RN. We have all our resident medications.
But she worries the new federal mandate requiring an RN to be on site 24/7 could have negative repercussions despite the good intentions behind it. She says one of the biggest reasons the mandate is going into effect is because federal authorities want to make sure someone trained to handle emergency situations is available at all times. Those authorities decided that person is an RN. But Lisa thinks RNs aren't the only one.
Who are these authorities, though? And have these authorities ever worked in healthcare? Have these authorities ever ran the code themselves? I've run codes before. I have. Something's going to have to give, because if they think that they are finna get, if they think they're about to get RNs to come from the hospital, where they go from having 1 to 2 patients, 3, 4, maybe 5, to 30 plus, 25, 30 plus, you're not going to pay them what they're asking for. And this is why you should not have people who don't work in healthcare in these conversations when it comes to making bills and passing laws, because it just doesn't make sense.
With that training,
I definitely don't agree with it, just because our LPNs are so experienced and wonderful. Like, I've seen them run codes on residents, and they are great in those emergency situations, and they know like what to look for when we do have an emergency.
She says it undervalues the work LPNs do, and the work she does as an RN is similar to what she did when she was in that position.
I haven't come across anything yet that an LPN can't do.
Lisa and others in the long-term care industry are worried smaller facilities won't be able to keep an RN on site 24/7, and the fines resulting from that could put those facilities out of business. She says those closures...
This is just bad business. They're not going to pay the RN. Something's going to have to change. Either just something's going to have to change. They're probably going to have to upgrade or change what an LPN scope of practice is. This is what I feel like it's leading to. I just can't see them doing that. You know what I'm saying? Pulling all those RNs. And people don't want to work in a nursing home like that. Newsflash. A lot of people don't want to work in a nursing home. Listen, the nursing home is a very stressful environment. Very. Most RNs that I know don't want to come to the nursing home. It is what it is. And you will be really pressed to find one that is willing to leave that comfort to come work in long-term care. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy long-term care. But to be fair, long-term care is all I know. It's all I know. So it's not really a fair comparison. Now, as an LPN working in long-term care, what you could do is truly encourage your LPNs to go back for their RNs and make it worth their while. You're gonna have to start competing for nurses. You're gonna have to start doing that if they're gonna go this route. If they're gonna go this route, you're not gonna have a choice but to compete for these nurses. Let's continue.
Which would really hurt patients and their families. On top of that, she says the nationwide nurse shortage could make it even harder to fill those positions. In Bismarck, I'm Elizabeth Shores reporting for Your News Leader.
The deadline to implement the new changes is May 2026 for urban facilities and May 2027 for those in rural areas.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you saw that. Like I was just saying, these nursing homes are going to have to start really incentivizing LPNs to go get their RN degree. And it's going to have to be worth their while. You have to give them a reason to want to go back to school. You have to give them a reason to want to stay at that facility when they have such a huge amount of options. That's not going to be an easy thing to do, so you better come with it. And these people are pretty much insulting most LPNs because they don't feel they're competent to run codes and handle emergency situations. I love my RNs. I work with some phenomenal RNs, but I've worked with some phenomenal LPNs too that have ran codes like it was nobody's business. I've run codes like it was nobody's business. Now, am I insulted? No, because I know the game. And I know this is all for some paper at the end of the day. But I understand why a lot of LPNs will become offended at this. I don't see this happening. I think this is going to change. They're going to have to grant some leeway to these facilities with the shortage that's going on. They're not going to have a choice. They're not going to have a choice. And I do think they're probably going to, if this goes the way I think it's going to go, they're probably going to start changing the scope of practice for LPNs. So, I don't know. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. hit that like button, notification bell, so you don't miss any of the content that we got popping off here on the channel. Make sure you go to the highvaluenurse.com, go purchase the brand new ebook, The Ultimate LPN Mindset. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't do nothing else, please get paid. Young nurse, get paid. I'm gonna holler at you.